As the 2019 NBA draft concluded, a record 6 Canadians have been selected. Fans will remember the likes of RJ Barrett and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but not a lot of people have been talking about Iggy Brazdeikis. Ignas, my mistake if I pronounce his first name, or known as Iggy Brazdeikis, is a 6'7" small forward coming from Michigan and as mentioned before hailing from Canada. Iggy is from Lithuanian descent and he emigrated from Lithuania to Chicago before moving to Winnipeg, then later to Etobicoke, and then to Oakville. He attended Orangeville Prep, the same school where Denver Nuggets point guard Jamal Murray and Detroit Pistons power forward and center combo Thon Maker attended. Iggy has had a good season with the Michigan Wolverines, averaging 15 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, on 46% shooting from the field and 39% from the three-point line, resulting in the Sacramento Kings selecting him with the 47th pick in the 2019 NBA draft, and then later trading into the New York Knicks to play alongside with fellow Canadian and the 3rd overall pick RJ Barrett. So what does Iggy bring to the table? Well, Iggy is a good shooter all around the field. Iggy can score from the three-point line, score from the mid-range, and has the ability to score inside. Brazdeikis also has the ability to shoot off the dribble, making moving shots consistently, showing that he's a versatile player by generating offense with dribble moves and his ability to score with crafty runners and improvised layups by using his dynamic first step, and that he's a translatable scorer into the NBA. Brazdeikis has a good motor and has a good feel for the game by having the ability and the freedom to initiate offense off defensive rebounds, as Iggy was also utilized as the pick-and-roll ball handler in Michigan's system. He also shows fire and competitiveness, which while many teams scouted him, they love those two traits that he possessed, since Iggy shows passion to the sport that he plays for. We already talked about Iggy's strength. It's also fair to talk about his weaknesses as a player, since everyone has a weakness. As previously mentioned before, Iggy was used as the pick-and-roll ball handler in college ball. He's a safe player with the ball, but at some points he becomes hesitant to pass the ball, resulting in him hurting himself as a playmaker and him not being a good creator to his teammates. Iggy also needs to work on his defense, as he's considered a below-average defender. He doesn't get a lot of blocks and steals, which isn't really the red flag in this case, but he doesn't possess the greatest hip flexibility to turn while trying to defend smaller and speedier matchups, basically meaning that he has a tendency to get blown by. Iggy isn't a great rebounder as well. For someone who sometimes plays the 4, he has limited rebounding skill, and since he's going to get matched up against some of the most athletic players in the league, which would show his weakness in rebounding. One last thing that Iggy possesses is that it's a weakness is his wingspan. As for being 6'7", his wingspan is only 6'9", which may not seem bad, but this can also be detrimental towards his rebounding ability as well. Just for a quick comparison, thanks to NBADraft.net, O'Shea Brissett, an undrafted small forward, is also 6'7", both a 7-foot wingspan. In conclusion, Iggy Brazdeikis is a smart and skilled forward that can shoot and score the ball effectively, but he doesn't have the elite physical tools which could hurt his game, but his ability to make plays on the court can give a good career in the future as an efficient role player in the NBA.